Hello, Pally. I'm Ori Nirpaz. Today's Monday, May 1st, and it's May Day. But before you start dancing around the maypole, let's get today's show started. First off, AP testing is this week and will take place in the library, and students are reminded to be mindful of the testing going on all week. Today, Chem and Environmental Science and Computer Science will test at 8 a.m. and Psych will test at noon. Tomorrow, Spanish Language and Culture will test at 8 a.m. and Art History will test at noon. On Wednesday, English Lit will test at 8 a.m. and Japanese will test at noon. Thursday, A-Push will test at 8 a.m. And on Friday, Art History will be taking portfolio submissions and holding the physical portfolio assembly at 8 a.m. The last Poetry Jam of the school year will be held later this month. Attendance is free and will be held May 26, 2017 from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. at 51 Primrose Way in Palo Alto. Contact ce16224@pausd.us or teddystewart4@gmail.com for more information. Pally Dance and Cheer is holding a showcase in the PAC on May 20th at 6 p.m. featuring the team's national competition routines and their best halftime routines. And Model UN will be debating about Antarctica and a simulation that takes place in the future during a mock conference this weekend. The Pally Model UN mock conference will be held Sunday, May 7 in room 805. They are still looking for more participants, so sign up at the URL on your screen. Alright, it's Monday, so it's time for a weekly dose of history with Zach in today's installment of This Week in History. Zach?
Thanks, Ori. Let's get right into it, shall we? Today in 1960, many have been inspiration for Bono, The Edge, to the name of their band U2, as Francis Gary Powers was shot down over Russia in his U2 spy plane. The incident strained relations between the USSR and the United States. Tomorrow in 1980, the territory of Oklahoma was created. I tried to come up with a joke, but just couldn't find anything interesting to say about Oklahoma. Wednesday in 1979, Margaret Thatcher became the first woman Great Prime Minister of Great Britain. Thursday in 1626, probably the biggest bargain in the history of the world occurred as Manhattan Island was bought for $24 in cloth and buttons. Now that was a real steal. On Friday in 1821, Napoleon Bonaparte kicked the butt while the exile on the island of St. Helena. And since today is May Day, which historically has been created as a day to recognize labor issues and workers' rights, I picked a labor leader for today's birthday. Today in 1830, Mary Harris Jones, other known as Mother Jones, was born. Jones was drawn to the labor movement and after her husband and 4 children all died of yellow fever in 1861. If that wasn't enough, her dress shop was destroyed in the Great Chicago Fire of 1871. She began working as an organizer for the Knights of Labor and the Union Mine Workers Union. In 1902, she was called the most dangerous woman in America for her success in organizing mine workers and their families against the mine owners, and in 1903, organized a children's march in Philadelphia to the home of the President Theodore Roosevelt in New York as a protest against child labor. Well, that's it for me. Until next time, I'm History Vikes.
Thanks for that, Zach. Lex had a big weekend and had some games coming up today. Maddie?
Juker here with your sports report. On Friday, girls varsity softball took the win against Fremont 10-2. The boys played a close game against Foothill away on Saturday, losing 9-11. Looking at our upcoming games today at 4 p.m., they'll take on Fremont at home and go out and show your support. Following the girls, the boys will take the home field facing off against Leland at 7 p.m. That's all from sports. Back to you, Ori.
That does it for us today. Remember, you can get the latest news from InFocus anytime, anywhere by checking us out at www.infocusnews.tv. Or find us at InFocus News on Instagram and Facebook, and follow us at Pally InFocus on Twitter and Snapchat. Until next time, have a great day, Pally.